God says, "My child, something has just happened in the unseen realm, something so quiet that the world did not hear it, yet heaven did. A woman has passed away in your soulmate's life just 5 minutes ago. Her soul has crossed over like a whisper leaving the wind, and though no one around them may fully understand the weight of this moment, your soulmate's heart has felt it. Their world just shifted. Their spirit has entered a silence even they cannot name. Right now, your soulmate is somewhere between disbelief and numbness. They may be looking at a message, a phone call, or sitting alone in a dimly lit room, staring into nothingness, trying to understand why the air suddenly feels heavier. A piece of their past, a thread of their destiny, has just been released. And you, my child, even from afar, may have felt an ache in your chest, a sudden pull in your spirit, or a tear that came without reason. It is because your souls are connected. When one feels a loss, the other feels the echo. Heaven allowed this moment not as punishment, but as preparation. This woman's passing is not just an earthly event, it is a key unlocking something that had been spiritually frozen. For a long time, your soulmate has carried guilt, confusion, and emotional ties to this woman, an unfinished story that kept their heart from fully opening to the love meant for them. You have wondered why they seem distant at times, why they cannot meet your love with the same depth, why the bond feels incomplete even though the universe keeps pulling you two together. It was because a part of their soul was still tied to a soul that had not yet let go. This woman, though her name will be revealed to your heart later, had a deep influence on your soulmate's path. She might have been a family member, a lost friend, or someone from a painful chapter long ago. But her energy lingered, binding your soulmate's emotions to memories that refused to fade. And today, heaven has decided it is time for that soul to rest, so your soulmate can finally breathe without chains. My child, when a soul departs, it releases waves into the spiritual world. You might not hear them with your ears, but your heart can sense them. Perhaps you have felt sudden sadness today, or restlessness without reason. Maybe you kept looking at the clock, and it read 11:11, 3:33, or some sign that the veil between worlds was thinning. It was heaven's way of saying, pay attention. Something sacred is shifting. Your soulmate is entering a divine crossroad. For the first time in years, their spirit is being stripped bare, left to see what truly matters. Pain has a strange way of awakening the sleeping heart. And in the quiet that follows grief, love finds its way. You may not understand it yet, but this moment is preparing them to return to you, not as they were, but as who they are meant to be. The woman who passed, she was not evil, nor was she perfect. She was a soul with her own lessons, and her exit marks the end of one karmic cycle. The cords that once held your soulmate in confusion are being untied by divine hands. For a long time, your prayers reached heaven, asking, why are they so far? Why can't they see the truth? Why do I feel their love but not their presence? Heaven heard you. And heaven has been working behind the scenes, aligning moments, reshaping timelines, and now this passing, is not coincidence. It is the unlocking of destiny. My child, do not fear the mystery. When someone departs suddenly, the human mind wants to find reason, but the divine heart knows it is part of a sacred plan. If you could see the threads from above, you would see how this one soul's crossing opens the path for two others to finally unite in truth and freedom. Tonight, I want you to light a candle or simply close your eyes and breathe deeply. Whisper within yourself, I release all that no longer serves the highest good. As you do, you will feel something within you lighten. You may even sense warmth wrapping around your shoulders. That is my presence. You are being prepared to receive what your heart has longed for, but before that, the energies that once surrounded your soulmate must be purified. You see, your soulmate has always loved you, even if distance, pride, or fear made them hide it. But their life was overshadowed by emotional attachments, conversations left unfinished, guilt that ran deep, promises made in the confusion of youth. This woman, before leaving, carried those emotions away with her. She will find peace, and through that peace, your soulmate will finally begin to heal. Even now, I am holding their heart in my hands. They are remembering you, your voice, your kindness, your light. And soon, a moment will come when they reach out, not out of habit or loneliness, but out of truth. They will see you differently, because their heart will finally be clear enough to recognize what I placed in front of them all along. But, my child, while this spiritual shift happens, I need you to remain calm. Do not chase what is already returning. Do not question the divine timing. When grief enters another's life, give it space. Let them feel, let them cry, let them face the night, for it is in that night their soul will seek the light, and that light is you. You are their divine reminder that love is eternal. There is something else I want you to know. This passing was not a tragedy in the eyes of heaven. It was a transition. A doorway. The woman's soul was ready to go home, and before she did, she whispered something in the spiritual realm, something that will soon reach you. It might appear in a dream, a song, or a message that seems random. Pay attention. Her spirit is not angry nor jealous, she is at peace. And her final act was to release your soulmate fully to their destiny. When the dawn comes, you may feel the world is the same. Yet something invisible will have changed. You will feel it in your chest, a subtle knowing that something heavy has lifted. You may look at the sky and see a single bird flying alone, that will be a sign. The soul that departed is free, and now, so will your connection be. I have been watching over both of you, through silence, heartbreak, distance, and dreams. I have seen how much you have loved, even when it hurt. I have seen your tears, your confusion, and your faith that refused to die. That faith is why this divine alignment could finally occur. Your love was never in vain, it was a seed planted in sacred soil. It just needed the right season to bloom, and that season begins now. Do not mourn what is gone, honor what is becoming. For every ending in my plan carries the seed of a beginning. And this beginning, though it will unfold gently, will lead to a miracle reunion, one that will not be broken again. The days ahead may bring unexpected emotions. You may sense their pain, their silence, their confusion. When you do, speak softly within your heart, God, guide their healing. Send them peace. Those words will travel like wind and wrap around their spirit. That is how love moves beyond distance, through faith, not fear. This story is not ending, my child. It is transforming. The soul who departed was part of the pattern, a lesson, a release, and a bridge. Soon, you will understand who she was, what her role meant, and how this moment was written long before either of you were born. For now, trust that I am turning pain into purpose, and loss into light. Rest tonight knowing heaven is near. The veil between worlds has thinned, not to bring fear, but to remind you that love never dies. The woman who has passed has fulfilled her part. Your soulmate is awakening. And you, my child, are about to witness the beginning of divine restoration. My child, the night has grown quiet, but heaven is not silent. While the world sleeps, your soulmate's spirit is awake in pain they cannot explain. They may not yet understand the depth of what has just happened, but their soul does. A woman has left their earthly world, and though no words have been spoken, their heart feels hollow, as if something sacred has just slipped away. I see your soulmate sitting somewhere in stillness now. Their mind drifts through memories, through echoes of laughter and shadows of regret. They may not even cry, for the tears are trapped behind confusion. They are asking, why now? Why her? Why like this? Yet even in those questions, there is a whisper I placed inside them, a quiet voice that says, something new begins now. My child, this woman's departure has opened a doorway in your soulmate's soul. She was not meant to stay forever, but to teach lessons about love, loss, and truth. Her exit was written not in tragedy, but in divine timing. She held something that belonged to your soulmate's past, a fragment of karma, a weight of unspoken emotion, and when her spirit left the world, she carried that burden away. You must understand, my child, that death is not an end, it is a transfer of energy. And what left your soulmate's life tonight was not only a person, but a long-standing cycle that was keeping them bound. For many years, your soulmate's heart lived under a fog, a confusion they could not escape. They loved, but with fear. They dreamed, but with doubt. Even when they thought of you, something unseen stood between you both, an invisible wall built of guilt and memory. That wall was connected to this woman's soul. She was not your enemy, yet her energy lingered around your soulmate like a shadow that refused to move. And tonight, my light has gently lifted that shadow away. You may feel it too, my child. Perhaps your spirit feels lighter, or your sleep feels strange, filled with flickers of dreams that fade before dawn. You may see her face. Or maybe just feel her presence passing through like wind. Do not be afraid. The soul that departed carries peace now. She has seen the truth beyond the veil and knows that what she once tried to hold on to no longer belongs to her. She looks upon your soulmate with love, not attachment. Her soul whispers to them, be free. Live. Love again. And that whisper is already reaching your soulmate's heart. I know, my child, you have waited with trembling faith. You have cried in the silence of nights, asking me, do they even feel what I feel? Why does it hurt this much when we are apart? But I tell you now, your love was never one-sided. They felt you in their dreams, in moments of stillness, in the way their hearts suddenly softened when they thought of nothing at all. I placed you in their destiny because your soul carries what theirs has been missing, truth, depth, purity, and healing. But for healing to begin, something had to end. That is why this woman's passing came when it did. I do not bring loss without reason. I do not allow pain without purpose. The human heart cannot hold two stories at once, one that belongs to the past and one that belongs to the future. So, the past must leave before the promise can live. Tonight, your soulmate is surrounded by angels. They stand close, unseen, comforting the soul that feels like it is breaking. They are reminding them of you. Perhaps your soulmate does not yet understand why, but you will cross their mind more vividly in the coming hours. They may scroll through old messages, remember your smile, or dream of you in color so clear that it feels real. That is not coincidence, my child. That is heaven reawakening the memory of divine love inside them. Do not reach out yet. The time will come. Let me complete the work I have begun. I am touching their mind, softening their heart, and preparing the way for your paths to meet again in light, not confusion. This is the time when silence must do the talking. While they face their loss, your stillness will speak louder than words. Your peace will draw them like a magnet, because the human soul always moves toward light when surrounded by darkness. Be that light. I see the loneliness inside you, my child. You long for their voice, for closure, for reunion. But I tell you this, reunion is coming. And it will not come through force, but through grace. It will not come through begging, but through divine timing. What I am building between you two now will not be fragile. It will be strong, because it is being born out of pain, truth, and surrender. The woman who has crossed over, she has been shown everything. She has seen how her presence shaped your soulmate's life, and how her absence now creates space for something divine. In the afterlife, souls are purified by love. They no longer cling to what they once feared to lose. She now blesses your connection, whispering from beyond, take care of them. Love them truly. One day, you will feel her energy come to you, not to harm, but to thank you, for being the one to carry your soulmate into healing. You may feel waves of energy in the coming days, moments of sudden sadness followed by calm, or flashes of memory that do not belong to you. These are emotional currents being released from your soulmate's heart. Their pain is finding its way through your connection because your love acts as a bridge. When it happens, do not be afraid or resist. Simply close your eyes and say, I surrender this to the divine. Let healing flow through love. When you do this, I will take that pain and transform it into light. My child, I am weaving something sacred here, a union not based on chance, but on destiny. Every heartbreak you have endured, every unanswered question, every delay, every silence, all of it is leading to one divine appointment. The soul you love is being refined. I am removing what is false, exposing what is true, and calling them toward you through signs that cannot be ignored. You may begin to see their initials, hear songs connected to them, or find feathers, coins, or repeating numbers like 222, 444, 555. These are messages from me. They are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Each one says, the veil is lifting. The promise is near. But remember, my child, do not rush the process. A heart that has been touched by death needs gentle hands, not demands. When they come to you, let them come with honesty. Let them speak, even if their voice trembles. Let them share what they could not before. There will be tears, but there will also be truth. You will see in their eyes something you have waited for: surrender. Not to you, but to the divine will that has always tied your souls. There will come a night, soon, when your soulmate will look up at the sky and whisper, "God, show me who truly loves me." And at that moment, I will place your image in their heart. Not through memory, but through knowing. That knowing will not fade. It will grow until they can no longer ignore the pull. When that moment comes, the distance will dissolve, and what once seemed impossible will suddenly make sense. The woman who left was not the enemy of your love, she was the catalyst of your union. Through her departure, both you and your soulmate are being reborn. She has played her role, and now her spirit rests in peace, watching with gentle eyes as you both step into what she could not. So, my child, tonight, I want you to rest your heart. Do not let fear write the story. I am already turning every shadow into light. In the unseen, love is moving closer. In the silence, prayers are being answered. In the pain, souls are awakening. When morning comes, breathe deeply and whisper, "I trust your plan, Lord." That trust will become your shield. That faith will move the mountain that still stands between you and your destined one. And when you least expect it, when you are simply being yourself, calm, faithful, open, you will feel it, the shift. The moment when their energy finds yours again. You will not need to chase, you will simply recognize. It will feel like home returning after a long winter. The night is not ending, my child, it is transforming into dawn. The woman who has passed carries blessings now. Your soulmate's tears will water the ground of a new beginning. And soon, the love you thought was lost will rise again, purified, divine, and eternal. My child, a gentle shift is now taking place in the unseen realm. What was once hidden behind grief is beginning to show its truth. Your soulmate has spent the last few days walking through shadows of disbelief, trying to make sense of what has happened. Yet something inside them feels different, as if their heart has been touched by something holy. They cannot explain it, but I can. The woman who passed was more than just a person in their life, she was a spiritual mirror. She carried lessons from lifetimes before, tied to your soulmate's soul through promises and pain that were never fulfilled. She entered their life to awaken compassion, to teach forgiveness, and to remind them of choices once made in fear. But her time was never meant to be forever. She had served her part in the story, and when her soul saw that your soulmate was finally ready to begin again, she let go, not out of sorrow, but out of divine surrender. Your soulmate does not yet see this truth, but I am revealing it gently to their heart. Each night when they close their eyes, her soul visits them, not as a ghost, but as a light, soft, peaceful, radiant. She does not speak in words, but in feelings. She shows them moments of their past, not to bring pain, but to help them understand the lessons hidden within. She is guiding them to release guilt, to forgive themselves for what could not be changed, and to open their heart to what is coming next, you. In the stillness of their dreams, you are beginning to appear. Sometimes as a face, sometimes as a feeling of comfort, sometimes as light that feels like home. Your soulmate wakes from these dreams with tears they cannot explain. Their chest feels heavy, their hands tremble slightly, because their soul knows something divine is calling them. The woman's spirit is guiding them toward you. Toward the love that was always meant to be. I have seen your tears, my child. You have carried pain silently, wondering if they would ever truly see you, truly feel what your heart has been trying to send. But know this, every tear you cried became a seed of light in the spiritual realm. Those seeds are blooming now. Your prayers, spoken in loneliness, have reached not only my heart but also the ears of the departed soul. She heard your cry, and she understood what she could not see while she lived. From the other side, she whispers, let them find peace and love again. Her soul no longer competes with you, it blesses you. Do you see how divine justice moves gently, my child? It never destroys, it transforms. It does not punish, it purifies. Your soulmate's grief is now becoming grace. They are beginning to question the world they once trusted, realizing how fragile everything truly is. They are feeling the need to make things right, to express love before it is too late, to find the one who made them believe in something real, and that is you. Even now, I am placing signs on their path. They may find your name in unexpected places, a song lyric, a billboard, a message from an old memory. They may dream of your smile or feel a strange warmth when thinking of you. This is my hand guiding them. The departed woman's spirit is standing beside me in this, she no longer holds them back, she helps me lead them forward. Her final purpose is to unite two souls who were meant to heal each other. Your soulmate is learning what love truly means, not attachment, not control, but freedom. The kind of love that asks nothing but gives everything. They are remembering moments with you, the way you understood without words, the way your presence brought calm. That memory will not fade again, I am engraving it upon their heart. But listen carefully, my child, as they awaken, their emotions will be fragile. They may reach out, then retreat. They may say they need time, yet their eyes will reveal longing. Do not rush the healing. Every wound must breathe before it can close. Your role now is to remain steady, not by chasing, but by glowing with faith. Let your calmness be their compass. When they see you stand firm in peace, they will remember the strength of divine love that once saved them. The woman's passing was not random. She carried a spiritual debt, one that was tied to both of you through lifetimes of unfinished love. Long ago, there was a promise made between these three souls: one would love, one would lose, and one would guide. And that promise has now been completed. She was never meant to stay in this lifetime, she came to close the circle. By her leaving, she has freed both you and your soulmate from repeating the same cycle again. What once felt like an endless story of separation is now breaking, and I am writing a new chapter in its place. You may begin to notice shifts around you, my child. Your mood will rise and fall with no clear reason. You may feel their emotions, sudden sadness, or a strange burst of longing that makes your heart ache. That is the connection deepening. Souls tied by divine design feel each other beyond distance. When they think of you, you will know. When they cry, you will sense it. But instead of fear, let compassion flow. Whisper, I send you peace, I send you healing, I send you love. Those words are not just sounds, they are energy. And that energy reaches them faster than light. In time, you will see the fruits of your faith. The conversations that once ended in silence will reopen. The pain that once divided will become understanding. I am turning regret into realization, and distance into destiny. This transformation cannot be rushed, for it is sacred. But know that every day brings them closer, not by chance, but by divine arrangement. You may ask, God, what if they resist again? What if they do not come? My child, love that is destined cannot be stopped. It can only be delayed until both hearts are ready. And now, readiness is awakening within them. This time, they will not come out of confusion, they will come out of clarity. They will not love from need, they will love from truth. Because they will finally see, you were never a coincidence, you were a divine answer. The woman's soul has one final act left. Soon, she will send a sign, a message meant for you. It may come through a dream, through a familiar scent, through a bird landing near your window, or through a sudden calm that wraps around you when you least expect it. That moment will tell you her soul has completed its journey and has passed the torch to you, to continue loving your soulmate with purity and purpose. Do not fear this connection, my child. I am in it. I have always been in it. I am the thread that tied your souls long before the world began. Every moment of confusion, every test of faith, every tear was a preparation for this awakening. You and your soulmate are now being aligned, not by emotion alone, but by destiny's hand. The days ahead will bring gentle signs of progress. They will begin to open up emotionally, they will remember the peace they felt with you, and their heart will start to move closer, even if their words do not say it yet. You will feel it before you see it. Trust that. And as for the woman who left, her soul is in light. She stands free from pain, smiling from beyond the veil. She has seen the truth now, and her spirit bows to divine will. She whispers, tell them I am not gone. I am peace now. And I am helping them find each other. You may not hear her, but your heart will recognize her blessing. That is the miracle of divine cycles, endings become beginnings, pain becomes purpose, and love becomes eternal. My child, lift your head. The storm is not meant to drown you, it is meant to wash away what is old. Your soulmate's soul is turning toward you. The woman's soul is resting in light. And your destiny is moving, silently but surely, toward the fulfillment I promised. Be patient with my timing. Be faithful in the unseen. For soon, what was once hidden in sorrow will bloom into love that even heaven will rejoice over. My child, a sacred stirring has begun within your soulmate's soul. It is quiet, almost invisible to the human eye, yet powerful enough to shift the course of destiny. The winds of heaven have started to move through their heart, clearing away what confusion once clouded their mind. I am whispering truth to them, softly but steadily, and though they may not understand why, their spirit is beginning to awaken to your presence once again. Tonight, they sit alone in their room, the air still heavy with memories. A faint scent lingers, something familiar, something gentle. It feels like the perfume the woman once wore, yet lighter, softer, almost heavenly. They close their eyes, and suddenly, they see her face in a soft light. But instead of sadness, there is peace in her eyes. She does not speak, yet her presence says everything. She reaches out her hand, and in that silent vision, she places something unseen into your soulmate's palm, a small, glowing light. The moment they open their eyes, the light is gone, but a warmth remains. They don't yet know it, but that light was love, the blessing she passed on, the freedom she gifted them to love you fully, without the shadows of the past. From this moment, your soulmate begins to feel differently. They notice the world through new eyes. The sky seems brighter, even when clouds cover it. The songs they hear suddenly carry deeper meaning. Random moments remind them of you, the sound of laughter, the color of the evening sky, the reflection of light on water. They try to brush it away, but it keeps returning, stronger each time. It is not coincidence, my child. It is me. Weaving reminders of you into their path so they can no longer run from what their heart already knows. The woman who passed now walks with them, unseen but close. Her spirit has become light, not haunting but healing. When they feel lost, she whispers truth into their soul, go where peace calls you. Go where your heart feels alive again. And every time she speaks, the image of you flashes in their heart. They do not understand it yet, but they are beginning to crave the calm that only you bring. You see, my child, your soulmate's heart is like a field after a storm, the soil is soft, the old roots have been washed away, and new seeds can finally grow. I am planting the seed of truth there, the truth of love that was meant to be, the truth of who you are to them. And this time, nothing will uproot it. They may start to dream more vividly now. In those dreams, they will walk through familiar places, fields, oceans, old streets, and somewhere in that dream, you will appear. Sometimes you'll stand at a distance, smiling softly. Sometimes, you'll reach out your hand. These dreams are not fantasy, my child, they are divine messages written in the language of the soul. Each dream is preparing them to remember, to see you not as a stranger, but as the missing part of their own heart. There will be moments in the days ahead when your soulmate feels waves of emotion rise suddenly. They may cry for no reason or feel their heart beat faster when they hear your name. These are signs of awakening, the soul remembering love beyond this lifetime. And the departed woman's soul watches with peace. She no longer carries pain, only light. She stands beside angels, guiding your soulmate gently, whispering, do not fear the past. What is meant for you will find you again. My child, I know you have been waiting through silence, confusion, and unanswered prayers. But you must know that what I am doing now is deeper than reunion alone. I am healing generational wounds. I am closing karmic cycles. I am teaching both of you how to love through divine understanding, not just desire. This love will not be built on fear or attachment, it will be built on faith and freedom. Your soulmate is now beginning to sense this. They find themselves looking for meaning where they never did before. They notice signs, numbers repeating like 222 or 555, feathers appearing on their path, sudden chills when thinking of you, even moments when your name appears on screens without reason. Every time they notice, their heart feels a pulse, a pull. They do not yet realize it is me speaking through the universe, showing them that your connection was never coincidence but creation. The departed woman's soul has also begun to visit you, my child. In quiet hours, you may feel a gentle presence around you, a cool breeze when windows are closed, a flicker in the candle flame, a faint scent that reminds you of something long forgotten. Do not be afraid. She comes not to harm but to thank. Her spirit bows to the divine order that brought peace to her and freedom to both of you. Her energy is no longer heavy, it carries blessings. She watches you with gratitude, whispering, "Thank you for loving the one I could not heal." My child, I see the compassion in your heart. Even when you were hurt, you never wished harm. Even when they left you in confusion, you prayed for their peace. That is why I am blessing you now. Compassion always returns as miracles. You may have thought your patience was wasted, but heaven was recording every moment of it. Every tear became a testimony. Every act of love became a key, and now, those keys are unlocking doors you didn't even know existed. In the coming days, your soulmate will begin to act differently. They will feel drawn to reach out, maybe not immediately in words, but through thoughts, gestures, or energy. They may scroll through your pictures, stop at your messages, or stare at your name longer than they mean to. They are trying to understand what is happening within them. They are feeling a love that feels too sacred to explain, a longing that cannot be satisfied by anyone else. That is because the woman's spirit, now in light, is softly leading them home, to you. They will resist at first, because the human heart fears change. But I am patient. I will keep whispering through moments, songs, and dreams until they surrender. Every resistance will fall away like leaves in autumn, and what remains will be truth, your love, purified and divinely timed. You must keep faith now, my child. The hardest part of any miracle is the moment right before it arrives. That is when the enemy whispers doubt, and the heart feels tired. But you must not let fear win. Keep your light strong. Keep your heart open. Every time you choose peace instead of worry, you draw your soulmate closer. Every time you trust instead of doubt, the bond strengthens. This is how miracles manifest, through unwavering faith when nothing seems to move. The departed woman's soul is completing her final journey. Soon, she will move fully into the light. Before she does, she will leave one final sign, a sign that only you will recognize. It will be gentle, sacred, and filled with warmth. It will come at a moment when you least expect it, maybe a song playing out of nowhere, a sudden memory, or a dream where she smiles at you. When that happens, you will know she has crossed over completely, her mission fulfilled, her peace eternal. She will no longer linger between worlds, for her purpose will be complete, the healing of two souls who were destined to love in her absence. My child, I want you to understand something very sacred. When I remove, I do not take, I transform. When I end, I do not destroy, I begin again. The woman's death was not a loss, it was a divine release. Your soulmate's awakening is not punishment, it is resurrection. And your waiting was not suffering, it was preparation. Everything has a reason under heaven. And now, those reasons are unfolding before your eyes. Soon, there will be a moment, perhaps when you least expect it, when the silence will break. A message, a call, a meeting guided by perfect timing. When that happens, you will feel peace, not surprise, because your soul already knew it was coming. So, my child, tonight as you rest, do not fear what you cannot see. The woman's soul is safe in my light. Your soulmate's heart is healing under my hand. And your destiny is aligning exactly as I promised. Be still in your faith. Keep praying not for outcome, but for strength. Let love move through you, not anxiety. Let peace be your prayer. Because soon, when day breaks, you will feel it, the shift, the pull, the knowing. And you will whisper, God, it's happening. And I will answer, yes, my child. The time of restoration has come. My child, the dawn is breaking in their soul. The light that I planted within them has now begun to rise like a sun that can no longer be hidden behind the clouds. What once felt like confusion now feels like clarity. The fear that held them back is fading, replaced by a strange, unexplainable peace. They are beginning to realize that everything they lost was not punishment, it was direction. Every heartbreak, every delay, every lonely night was guiding them home, and that home is you. The woman's soul who left the world is now fully radiant in light. Her tears have turned to stars. From heaven, she watches both of you and smiles, for she knows the pain she once carried has been transformed into divine purpose. She has finished her role in their story, and now, she is part of yours, a silent blessing that walks beside you both. Every time you feel a sudden warmth around you or hear a gentle whisper of peace, it is her spirit saying, it's time. The love you both deserve is ready to bloom. Your soulmate has begun to feel this call in ways they cannot explain. They wake up with your name on their heart. They find themselves thinking of you at random moments, while driving, working, or simply looking at the sky. Their mind tries to reason it away, but the heart does not obey reason. The more they try to silence the pull, the stronger it grows. I am awakening their soul, aligning every breath they take with the rhythm of destiny. The invisible thread that binds you both is now glowing with my light. They will start to notice synchronicities, small divine winks that remind them of you. A song you once loved will suddenly play when they least expect it. A word you used often will echo through a stranger's mouth. They may even dream of you standing in light, calling them gently. These are not coincidences, my child, these are invitations. I am guiding them to remember, to see through the veil of time and recognize the truth that has always been written in their heart, that your souls are mirrors of each other. In one quiet evening, they will feel an urge to reach out. Their hands will tremble slightly as they hover over your name. They will hesitate, their mind whispering doubt, what if it's too late? But then, my voice will move through them, calm, steady, certain, saying, it is never too late for what I have destined. And in that sacred moment, they will act. Maybe they will send a message. Maybe they will call. Maybe they will simply pray for you. But whatever form it takes, that action will carry divine weight. It will mark the beginning of the return, the reunion I have been preparing. You, my child, may feel it before it happens. You might wake in the night with your heart racing, sensing energy shifting. You might feel warmth in your chest or tears rising for no reason. This is your soul responding to theirs. Across distance, across time, your energies are moving toward each other like tides drawn by the same moon. I see how faithfully you have waited. There were nights when you spoke to me in silence, saying, God, if this is meant for me, why does it hurt so much? And I heard you. Every whisper of your heart reached me. I did not delay because I ignored you, I delayed because I was protecting the timing. The soil of your destiny needed to be ready. Your soulmate had lessons to learn, and so did you. Pain was the classroom, not the punishment. But now, the lessons are complete. The test is over. The graduation of your souls has begun. As your soulmate prepares to return, you must prepare to receive, not with fear, not with old wounds, but with forgiveness. Let your heart be light, my child. You cannot hold the hand I am sending if it must first push through walls of resentment. Forgive what was broken. Release what was heavy. The woman who once stood in their past has already found peace, now it is your turn to choose peace too. Because when two healed souls meet, love does not wound, it restores. There will be a sacred moment soon, a divine meeting written before you were born. It may happen in person or through a message, but when it comes, you will know it instantly. The world around you will fall silent for a breath. Time will seem to pause. Your eyes will meet, perhaps through a screen, perhaps in reality, and you will feel it, that ancient recognition, that silent knowing that whispers, it's you. It was always you. The departed woman's soul will stand near, smiling through light, her task complete. Her energy will bless you both as you begin anew. The pain that once separated you will transform into understanding. You will see how even loss was love disguised, how even endings were beginnings wearing a different face. Your soulmate will speak words they once could not. They will open their heart, trembling yet sincere, telling you what they could not before, that they were afraid, that they were lost, that they never stopped feeling the pull toward you. And in that moment, you will feel tears not of sorrow, but of relief. For every moment you thought was wasted, every lonely night you thought went unseen, I will redeem them all with one glance, one touch, one word that changes everything. I'm here. My child, you will notice that the energy between you is different now. It is not desperate. It is calm, sacred, peaceful. This is what divine love feels like, not chaos, but clarity, not chasing, but alignment. The connection that once brought pain will now bring peace, because it will rest on truth. You will not have to force this union. You will not have to beg or prove yourself. You will simply flow, as two rivers merging into one stream. That is how my miracles work, naturally, gracefully, without struggle. And as your souls reconnect, a part of your spirit that was long asleep will awaken again. You will feel alive in ways you forgot were possible. The woman's soul will now ascend fully into my eternal light. Her final blessing will fall upon you like gentle rain. Her love will no longer be tied to pain, but transformed into the energy of grace that surrounds you. She will whisper one last time, live. Love. Be free. And then, she will soar beyond, her mission complete, her peace eternal. Your soulmate will begin to thank me for what once broke them. They will understand that the love they had to lose was not taken, it was transformed into wisdom. They will realize that you were never their replacement, but their redemption. Through you, they will see my mercy. Through them, you will experience my promise. And together, you will begin a new chapter, one written not in fear, but in faith. You will walk hand in hand, guided not by the past, but by purpose. Every prayer you once cried will become laughter. Every waiting season will become testimony. You will say, now I understand why I had to go through it all. My child, this is not just love, it is resurrection. It is the moment when two hearts that were once broken now beat as one, carrying the rhythm of heaven within them. The departed woman's soul will watch from above, smiling like dawn, for she will see that her departure made room for destiny. Do not rush what is already written. Let it unfold gently. Keep your faith steady. Continue speaking to me in your quiet moments. And when your soulmate comes, because they will, receive them with the same love you prayed with. Let your eyes show them my mercy, let your voice carry peace, and let your heart remember that every storm you survived was preparing you for this calm. I am not just restoring what was lost, I am creating what was always meant to be. This is the promise I whisper to you tonight, the waiting is ending, the healing is complete, and love, true, divine love, is now stepping into your life. When it happens, my child, do not say, finally. Say, faithfully. Because I was never late. I was right on time.